It's kind of hard to believe that a year ago, that's right, a year ago, Morphe closed a lot of its stores over in the US, rather unceremoniously dismissing staff. It was pretty awful. And yet a year later, we're still seeing some new releases from them. I don't know, it just seems very odd to me, but there you go. This is something new coming to Morphe. I gotta say a massive thank you to Makeup On Your Radar. I stole their pictures. Let's discuss this one. As is typical of Morphe, there's quite a few things within this collection, of course, including a brush set. But what we're looking at here is the 35Y Auroscape Artistry palette. They say that this is limited edition. There's 35 hyper pigmented pastel shades. I gotta say, I really like the bottom two rows. I actually think they're really, really pretty. In standard Morphe thing, they've kind of done a little bit too much. There is a point where you're like, lads, there's too much of this. Chill out. Of course, they've also marked this as pressed pigment. I assume to like cover themselves with anything around lawsuits of like, no, this isn't an eyeshadow, it's a pressed pigment. Can we also talk about how these swatches are so obviously computer generated that they hurt my brain? All that being said, I do actually think the colour story is quite pretty. Like, I've nothing against it. And I will say, I feel like this is the most interesting part of it. However, if you have the Cosmic Brushes Winter Wonderland palette, you have this, and you have it in much more interesting formulas, and in my opinion, a much better sort of a pigmentation and formula in general. However, this is available right now for $28 if you are interested. I'll have an affiliate link down below because I am disgusting. I don't know if we'd term this as a comeback, but it's very, very strange to see them coming out with stuff at this point. Maybe it's just me. But of course, we're talking about Morphe, so naturally, we're talking about brushes. I mean, it's the brand that started off with brushes. This is their Auroscape 6-piece face and eye brush set. Again, available now for $28. Within this, of course, you get a limited edition brush bag, and you have 2 face brushes, and then the rest are eye brushes. They look okay, but for me, I find that Morphe brushes very much vary in quality. Some of them are great, and then some of them fall apart when you look at them. Like me! So, fair enough. Is there anything wildly unique about the shapes of these brushes? Not really. Like, they're pretty standard. They're copy and paste from lots of other things, so I don't really kind of gravitate towards these. I have a crazy brush collection, so I don't need these. Apparently they are vegan synthetic bristles, so if that's important to you, keep that in mind. And finally, they have the Auroscape Drip Glass Glazed High Shine Lip Gloss, and they come in 3 different shades. Can I just say, why on earth are we showing lip glosses as swatches on the arm? Just show them on the actual lip. Surely that makes an awful lot more sense. They're available now, obviously, they're $12 each, and the shades are pretty nice. There's nothing wrong with them. Again, I'd like to see them on the lip. Apparently, it's going to give you a juicy glass effect shine. So it seems we're not really moving away from that. It's infused with plant-derived squalene and vitamin E. So kind of perfect for this time of year if you're like me and you're all chapped and sore from the cold, not from anything else. And they say that they give you a buildable wash of semi-sheer colour. I gotta say, I don't hate this. It's $12, so it's not going to break the bank. I will also say that I got a lip gloss recently from Morphe as a gift from a friend, and I quite like the formula on that. So if this is similar, I'd certainly think about it. Like, are the shades safe? Yeah. They are, but I mean, it's a lip gloss. It's $12. Who's going to go like totally bananas over that? I love how they have like this one particular slide kind of going 100% experienced, easy gliding application and glass-like shine. Like, I'd hope it would be like an easy glide on application. Who's having trouble applying their lip gloss? I feel like that's like the minimum criterion that we want. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's really funny. Also, again, the scientist in me is like, really? 30 females? Can I just say females? Really? You do know there's a much more diverse like collection of people who engage with makeup and lip gloss. And 30 is not enough. Stop that now. That's terrible science. Back to the drawing board. So yeah, it's quite a few different bits as part of this Auroscape collection, but all in all, I gotta say it's not the absolute worst that we've seen from them, and also it's not 101 different things. For Morphe, rather oddly, they have dialed this down. Does that mean that I want this? Not really. Like I said, the bits that I do like from that palette, I already have in Cosmic brushes. So I'm like, oh, don't need it. Do I want those brushes? No. Do I want the lip glosses? Not really. I've loads of lip glosses, so this doesn't appeal to me. I do just find this quite interesting that we're seeing Morphe a year on after everything that happened, and they're still kind of going. Really, really strange. I mean, in a way, I kind of hope they stick around because obviously that's jobs, etc. for people. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't find this very interesting. However, I will say this is a lot more interesting than what they were coming out with 2 years ago. So maybe this is an improvement. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this? Or is this just like, too little too late?